Friday Night Lights, a uniquely American tradition that brings out high school football fans in droves. But for the young players, it's not all fun and games. Monster hits to the head like this one have put a national spotlight on helmet safety for years. And now we discovered there's a new concern.
I think parents think that they have a helmet, it's a good helmet, but they don't think about the fact that every time it gets hit, the helmet takes a beating too. So over time, you need to make sure that these helmets are still up to standards.
That's not easy, however, because right now there's no national law governing football helmet safety, just voluntary standards and recommendations meant to ensure used headgear continues to be safe for play year after year. Those recommendations say helmets should be tossed after a decade and refurbished every year, thoroughly checked for damage, repaired, and tested. Spotlight on America wanted to find out how well high schools are doing when it comes to tracking and maintaining this crucial equipment. With data from 80 schools in 17 states, we found a lack of uniformity, some schools failing to keep records. There were variations in how often they refurbish. And most shockingly, we discovered schools with a small number of helmets well past their decade-long shelf life still in inventory.
But how key are they to...
We took our findings to Jennifer Gannon with the National Center for Sports Safety, a nonprofit with a specific focus on youth football.
What do you think about the fact that a patchwork exists for something as key and crucial as a helmet?
I can't say I'm surprised. If you make something voluntary, it's in good spirits, but it's not what's going to be happening.
Here's what our nationwide investigation found is happening. Districts in Georgia and Texas told us they don't keep complete records about their helmets. While we did find the vast majority of schools send in helmets for refurbishment every year as recommended, some in Oregon, Texas, and Virginia told us they do it every other year. One Utah school district admitted they may push the process as far as every third year. But the most troubling thing we uncovered were helmets. Some 11, 14, even 17 years old sent in for refurbishment.
When a high school is sending back a helmet that's more than 15 years old, how do you react to that?
The technology that existed 10 and 15 years ago is extremely outdated, and so we would not recommend that. And if you've got something that's 10 or 15 years old, you shouldn't be playing with that.
Stephen Duma knows why. He runs Virginia Tech's nationally renowned helmet testing lab. They've been independently testing new helmets, looking at the impact from all angles and rating them for safety since 2011. He says the ongoing focus on helmet safety in this country should empower people to get informed and ask questions about the equipment that's being used.
We tell parents, we tell players, be involved. Look at your helmet. How old is it? What's the type? Look it up. Make sure it's the best protection you can have.
Protection for used helmets that right now is being left up to voluntary standards. For Spotlight on America, I'm Josie Sturman.